back. We are actually working on the M3. So where we left off on the M3, guys, we put on the ITBs, the fuel rail, the injectors, the coil packs, the reboot engineering, valve cover, and bolts, and we did the steel braided lines for the oil cooler on the Euro housing. We have our throttle hooked up. We just have to hook it up inside the car. But first, to finish off our engine side of things, one of our final things is the fuel filter and fuel pressure regulator from the E46 M3. We have a new mounting bracket. We have our fuel filter and everything. And we are going to get that installed up and under the car. So if you guys don't know, on the 95, the fuel filter and everything are right by the starter. And in everything from 96 on to 99 is this style up and under. I think I have a stock one here somewhere. I do. I don't know where it is. But we have a stock one for the 96, 99, but it doesn't have the fuel pressure regulator. The E46 has it on here, so we're going to cut some fuel lines, get this mounted, and get our fuel side done so that we can start buttoning up the vacuum system, and then we can finally start this car. So let's get this moved over and get to working up under the car. So we have the car moved over, gives us enough room to get this lifted up on this side so we can get up under and start cutting our fuel hoses to work with our new fuel filter and fuel pressure regulator. By the way, if you're doing the Rapid Racing Development S54, you have to replace the E46 M3 fuel pressure regulator with the E36 one. I just swapped it off of my old fuel rail, but you just have to do that before you do it. And then of course your vacuum line, we'll have to extend our vacuum line all the way up to the vacuum system because that's not going to be long enough. But let's get this up and get this on. Now that we got the car jacked up, we have our mat. We need to figure out which of these lines is the fuel return and the supply. I believe this lower one is the supply line, and the upper one is the return line, since that line came from the actual fuel rail. So on the E36, you have a fuel return. So here you have fuel supply, fuel return. On the E46 rail, you do not. You only have supply. Your return is down there by the pressure, fuel pressure regulator. So I have to do some quick research, figure out which one of these is which, because I honestly can't remember. I don't remember. I'll figure it out. But then once we do, then we can identify them down underneath the car, and then we can cut the ones we need to cut where we need to cut them, and sleeve them with some rubber hoses, and yeah, work our way that way. So I take all this back. I was gonna install this up and under kind of where the regular E36s had theirs, the 96 and 99s, but I am all hardline under there, and I'm not 100% happy of where this would mount that would not be super low under the car. So if you look, we're all hard lines. So fuel are those two, brake is that one. Super simple on this car, but I was going to mount that up in here somewhere on this side, but I'm not liking where that would mount and how these lines, I'd cut these lines, then have to route them that way. I'm not fully happy with that. And I'm trying to simplify this build and not make this build extra hard. So I'm gonna see where we can mount this somewhere in here, because we have our fuel lines here, return, supply, everything. I could theoretically mount this. I had the mount's here. Where's the mount? The mount's here. This thing can mount almost anywhere. And I don't want to get in the way of stuff, even though all this stuff has to be cleaned up anyways. I'm wondering, our fuel pressure regulator was mounted right here by the starter. I'm wondering if, let's get the light. Get us some light in here. Let's do this. Oh god, this is dirty. We need to clean this too. I'm wondering if, oh, there goes our mount. This is our coolant. That can be rerouted. I'm wondering if I mount this sucker. That's for our math, which we probably won't be using. Wonder if I could mount this sucker right above the motor mount here. Long ways. Because we could mount it just like, can just shove it in here and make it mount like that, but that's not gonna be fun. I don't want to do that. That's nothing. Okay, I'm gonna brainstorm. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have kind of an idea of what I'm gonna do. Not 100%, but I need to clean up this area down here so that I can start actually looking at what I got and what's there, as far as mounting. Because if I mount it over here, it's too long. It makes my actual feed line like way up here. I want my fuel feed line to be closer to the end of the rail. I don't want to have a snaky kind of hose, so I want to kind of mount it at an angle like this in that hole here, kind of like in this area. But I need to clean this up so that I have I can actually see what I'm working with. So let's use our brake clean and just clean this up real quick and get all this crap off of here so it's at least a little bit cleaner. So let's get to it. We have an idea, and we just need to enlarge our hole in our whatchamacallit, in our bracket. Where's my drill? No drill. Drill. This garage is a mess. Enlarge this hole, and then I can show you what we're looking at. There's, oh, it's already got one on there. Okay, let's do this. Yeah! There we go. Guys, well, we have it mocked up. So we have our fuel return. That's gonna go to our vacuum, all our vacuum lines up here. We have it mounted. It gives us access to the back fuel. So all I have to do is get this line back there, I just have to, oh no, the bottom line. That line. Back over there, that's just a matter of extending that one. And then when we put the fuel line that goes in right up under here for the S54, it's gonna snake down, and then I'll create a rubber hose that goes from here to that, which isn't a massive deal. I was more concerned with getting this mounted. So once this is mounted hard here, you can see it's gonna sit just perfectly right there. You know, and then fuel just turns and goes up. So that is good. We got that mounted, and I'll hook up all the lines. Let's find the S54. There's the fuel line. So this is the S54 fuel line, fully polished and everything. It needs to snake, let's see, where does that come in? It's right there. So I don't know exactly how this line is supposed to go in there. Honestly, we can lower the car down. Ugh. Let's get the jack stand out. There we go. Get that out. Put this up under where the tire goes. And then we'll bring this down slowly. Make sure the back dolly is close to the rear tire. Then we can kind of adjust it once it gets closer. But there we go. There. This dolly kind of needs to shift, but we're close to this stupid wood over here. If I can. Got a lot of crap in this garage that needs to do stuff. See if I can. I can't push it anymore. We'll just have to readjust it later. That's not a problem. We'll just get it on these. Then I'll readjust that back one so that it's straight. This is gonna allow us to get down here, so we can see. So that fuel line goes right in that hole back here. So where that is placed, I don't know how. I'll just have to. It's gonna be a maneuvering, because I don't think any of the stock stuff, like it doesn't match this stock stuff for the E36. So I believe Edwin said that this hose has to be bent a little bit to make it work. So we'll have to kind of finagle and see where this goes up in here, because I can see where it actually fits, but it's probably gonna go up and under. And I got a bunch of brackets on here that actually don't probably need to be here, so we still need to do some cleaning up of the E36 stuff to get that clear. So see, that's weird. So that should go like straight. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Edwin and see how this bends up and in, but it fits like a pressure fit, and it's got a little clip on it. You see, we got to put a little, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let's take this off. So see, it fits right in there, but I think it has to be bent because all this stuff is completely different than the E36. I mean the E46 and this thing. Okay, let me do some more research and I'll be right back. So I just talked to Edward with 1110s Racing. He's done this completely on this car before, so he is knowledgeable. He says that this won't go in as it is. That's why I'm fighting it so much. He says you got to get a tube bender to bend this. What I'm gonna do is, all we really need on this whole thing is like this section of hose, just to get it from the fuel rail bent around and like down in this area. Because then after this area, I can run a rubber hose, which I'd have to do anyways, to the actual fuel filter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure this out, and then I'm gonna probably like right in there, probably right before that bracket. I think if I eyeball it right before that bracket, I can make that work. So probably gonna cut this, not this video. I am going to do some more research, but we did get some stuff done. Fuel filter is basically there. Just need to tighten it up and run my lines to it. So we are almost ready for first start, guys. Other than I still have to find an alternator because, oh god, because I broke the last alternator. So yeah, kind of need to do that. But other than that, and hooking up our throttle for this up under the gas pedal, we are almost there, guys. The gas pedal, I'm gonna pull the seat out so I can actually get under there and work. I'm too fat now to actually fit up under the car with the seat in place. So yeah, but we are back on the M3. We are actually making progress for once. We are very close to first start. I'm gonna find a new alternator, and I'm gonna research and cut this fuel line so we can get that plopped into place, and the little clip, and then we'll just run a standard gas rubber hose to it, and then we can button up the fuel side of everything. The only other thing we have to really kind of figure out is the breather lines for the valve cover, but that won't actually prevent us from actually starting the car. It'll just exhaust gas, just vent out the atmosphere while we start it for the first time. Once we start it, then we'll drain the oil and put all new oil in it and get it actually looking internally, because that oil's been sitting for a while, but it's synthetic, so it's not horrible. But yeah, we are back on it, guys. Hopefully we'll have a first start here soon, and then we can actually back this thing out of the driveway under its own power. And once we do that, then we can start all the other stuff. But thanks for watching this video, guys. We are back on the M3. I'm trying to get the videos to be a little bit longer as I'm getting more and more time to work on the car. I get about an hour or two here and there, so it's hard to film a lot of stuff, but we actually put hands on this car, which is a big plus for us. So I will see you next video. Like, comment, subscribe. I have stickers. Check the Instagram. If you want some, let me know. They're $3 a piece, 2 for $5. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.